And it's all happening in Minnesota from the Target Center in Minneapolis. The Heat taking on the Timberwolves. For the Miami Heat, they feel really lucky, losing only once in the last 9 games. Doing the little things to get wins. They want to keep things going in the right direction. Timberwolves Heat is next, right after this. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Leichler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Donovan Mitchell.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
So here's Miami's starting group. Adams is out there with Duncan. Then it's James. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Birdsong in at the shooting guard position. And for Minnesota, Russell Westbrook out there with Mitchell. Then it's Wallace. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you can ease back a little minutes-wise. But if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game. All the officials are all over that one.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And Rose drops them both.
And that's why you don't want to foul a guy like him. He is going to make those free throws.
Outside, Green. Back to Westbrook. Mitchell passes to Westbrook. Now here's Anthony. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple, but D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Adams with the screen on Westbrook. Here's the lob to Adams. It's taken away by Wallace. The wide open look here for Anthony, and it's off from 3-point range. LeBron passes to Adams, and the call will be against Ben Wallace. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Johnson, he's checked in for Wallace. About a minute played so far here in the first. LeBron James on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. It's good.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Westbrook passes to Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on. And in part, it was because of their rebound. And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Rose, that's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Pass to James. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Hey, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
Here's Duncan after the basket by Minnesota. Basket good.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like it.
And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
It's stolen by Green, all alone, and Green slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Pass to Westbrook. Mitchell outside. Green inside. Adams on him. And again, Draymond Green. Green's got 8 points. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hands. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
2 points. That one goes.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Take a look at the Heat. Advantage in 1 series.
And right now for Miami, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch, when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Now, here's Rose. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Sacramento. And the foul on Magic Johnson. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
On defense, the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game. Shot clock at 5. To the inside. It's stolen by Anthony.
Well, they tried to punch the ball inside right there, but the window closed quickly. That's great defense.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Miami Heat. Duncan right side. Deflects the pass. Adams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Anthony. That misses off the backboard.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
James in the post. Covered by Johnson.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Pass to Anthony. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Heat trail by 6. Outside Rose. Kick out to Adams. with the block.
Oh, wow, he gets that right at the rim. Just perfect timing by Green on that block.
And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Westbrook. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's LeBron. Last time out he had 14 points. And he makes good on the layup. James has got 6 points.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back over to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Some changes for Minnesota. Craig Oden, he's checked in for Draymond Green. And Jones subbed in for Mitchell. And Miami making a change here. Duncan kicks to Miller. Adams with the screen on Anthony. Here's Duncan. The rebound by Oden.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Johnson can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 8. Miller outside. Out to Hayward. Buries it from three-point range.
This is a shot Hayward hits at a consistent clip. The D has to be more aware.
Johnson, the pass to Westbrook. Four on the clock. Sinks that one from the post. Westbrook's got 8 points. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Heat. Pass to Duncan. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. Outside Anthony. Over Duncan. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
The Heat trail by 7. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Johnson. Jones for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. The Heat have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. No good from Duncan.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hands.
And Miami shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Heat moving the ball around. Duncan outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rose. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Minnesota. Gm-Uzi comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Mitchell. No scoring in this one. Anunoby outside. Pass to Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
And Oden sends it back. That's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
LeBron against Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And they double up James. Pass to Marbury.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo deciding where to go with it. Adebayo with this screen on Jones. James finds Stoudemire. That shot off.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
The Heat trail by 9. Adebayo passes to Marbury. Stoudemire with the screen on Mitchell. Here's Marbury. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Timberwolves. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
They've disrupted the offensive flow, and they are making things miserable for any ball handler.
So with Rhodes on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Stoudemire out there with Adebayo. And it's Hayward. Then it's James. And it's Marbury in at the point guard position. And it's Mitchell missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. 2 loud points for Bam.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star.
Here's Marbury. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Marbury's got his first points of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Johnson. Great touch on the 16-footer. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
LeBron kicks to Stoudemire. Stoudemire setting the pick for Hayward. Outside, Adebayo. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, his internal clock knew the shot clock was winding down, and Bam got it off in time.
Anunoby outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Here's LeBron. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Oh, you got to run LeBron off the ball there.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Johnson outside. Hart right side and stolen by Hayward. Stolen by Mitchell. Hart with it. Now defended by Hayward. A shot by Johnson, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Yeah, Hayward's range can be devastating. The defense has to cover him beyond the arc.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Checked in for Minnesota. Carmelo Anthony comes in for OG Anunoby. And Miami making a change here. On the inbound. Mitchell finds the high percentage bucket inside.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Pass to Duncan. Over Green. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by James. 6 points for Tim Duncan.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And here is Johnson. They double team Johnson. Deep two from Anthony, and the jumper falls for him. Anthony's got 14 points for the game.
Good thinking from Anthony. He's so good at going right up with that shot.
From deep, James. Rebound, Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. At the elbow, Green. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Anthony. And Marbury pulls it down. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. It's stolen by Anthony. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The pass break chance. And stolen by LeBron. All the way in, LeBron.
Yeah, this is just going to be a mismatch every time. LeBron just too fast, too powerful, and too big.
Jones sets the pick for Johnson. Over Marbury. No good off the front iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Duncan. Good ball movement here by Miami. James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. LeBron right at the doorstep, and he finds the 2. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Here's Johnson following the basket by Tim Duncan. The 3 from Anthony, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight. The Heat with the lead, and Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, I just don't think right now they're doing a good enough job of hunting the right mismatches.
All right. Come on.
Minnesota making some changes. Anunoby, he's checked in for Jones. Smith comes in for Mitchell. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Johnson. Here's Birdsong, covered by Smith. Pass to Duncan. Got it! Duncan down low.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Smith the pass to Anunoby. Here's Westbrook. Rose with some nice D.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Hayward passes to Duncan. It's good. Duncan's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. Gm-Uzi is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Kevin, back over to you.
Very confident. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Here's Duncan. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Miami. Here's Birdsong. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. Anunoby kicks to Anthony. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Green. Anthony in the corner. 5 on the clock. Over Stoudemire. Anthony's shot is off. And so Miller will bring it up for the Heat. Duncan with a screen on Anunoby. Stolen by Anunoby. Anthony with it. Now Stoudemire defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, nice cut by Anthony inside. When he slashes hard like that, it really compromises the defense.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
The first one falls.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
One drops. He ties it up. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Stoudemire, the pass to Duncan. Outside Anthony. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists tonight.
It's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Miller outside. Pass to Birdsong. Duncan with a screen on Smith to end the run. Big time slam by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Here's Westbrook. Miami grabs the miss. Rose has got 4 rebounds in this game. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Miller.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Outside Anthony fires the 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here is Miller. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. It's stolen by Anthony. Pass to Anunoby. Now Green. Smith with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. It's tipped. Here's Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby. Confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Miller kicks to Rose. Inside. 1:05 left in the first half. Smith dishes to Westbrook. Five to shoot. Anthony down low. He's against Stoudemire. Green with a screen for Smith. Trying to find Green. He's got it now.
And Green really smart to understand. He sets the screen and he knows he'll get rewarded for it.
The Heat trail by 8. Right side Rose. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. They need this. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Rose has got 8.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
That one drops for him.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
To the paint, here's Duncan, and Duncan throws it down hard.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach, it's been a hard-fought game. A lot of hustle plays. What gets you over the hump in the second half?
Well, we just have to keep on grinding. That's what this kind of game is like. In many ways, it feels like a playoff game. But those plays right there, ball in the air, ball on the floor, we gotta make sure we're dominating those areas and then make some plays.
We'd love to see playoff intensity there in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Thanks for being here. Let's kick things off with a check on the NBA Players of the Week. The winner in the East, LeBron James.
Well, LeBron has won this award so many times, he's probably got a separate house just for his trophies. A multi-generational talent who can dominate every facet of the game.
Without a doubt, one of the best to ever do it. Some would argue the best. I would say that it's close, but he hasn't reached over the top for me yet.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Heat.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And that usually leads to a high field goal percentage, and that's exactly what's happened here. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
We've got Green. Russell Westbrook out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Wallace. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. And James pulls it down. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Birdsong. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Birdsong's got his first basket of the night.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to. Well, that's just excellent rebounding fundamentals right there. He found a body, and he cleared him out.
Adams outside. Pass to LeBron, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 4. Wallace outside. And the basket is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now Rose. He's got 8. Adams, the pass to LeBron. Hook shot on the way. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Anthony. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Adams outside. James in the post. Covered by Anthony. Out to Duncan. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for LeBron James.
And right now, he's in one of those grooves where he has a tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 look a lot different than from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Here's Birdsong. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Back to LeBron. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Heat. Trailing here by 8. Duncan, a screen. Outside, James. Pass to Duncan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
No good on that one.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
He's off on the second. Timberwolves leading by 8. Green kicks to Westbrook. Mitchell outside. Out to Anthony. High post shot. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Heat third.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Rose. Duncan outside. Floats it up for James. And stolen by Wallace. In the corner, it's Westbrook. From deep. Duncan grabs the rebound. Duncan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. James against Anthony. Pass to Birdsong. Screen by Adams. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Adams has got his second basket.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Now Westbrook. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 6 assists now in the game.
And Matador defense That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 12. The strength and power of James down low.
As he's gotten older, LeBron has changed his body, relying a little more on that power.
Duncan against Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Minnesota.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
Both free throws good from Green.
And some people think Draymond Green is a little too bold. But look, that's just his passion for the game. A lot of teams need what Draymond Green brings to the table.
Now here's LeBron. 14 points for him. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Wallace with a screen on James. Anthony dishes to Wallace, and it's Wallace slamming it down.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Now here's LeBron. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. Green in the high post. Green with a screen for Mitchell. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Mitchell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves. And so James will bring it up for Miami. Pass to Birdsong. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Minnesota. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they are going to be slowing down at all.
Well, I think for Minnesota, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
He was torching them from deep in the first half, but he has not made one here in the second.
From D, James. Rebound by Anthony. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 14-6 run. Baseline J on the way. And he can't bank that one in. Down low, here's Rose, and the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got 10.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Pass to Anthony. Wallace with the screen on Duncan. It's Anthony with the drive. That's good for Wallace on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Now here's Rose. 10 points for him. Hayward kicks to Duncan. From deep, James. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Mitchell passes to Carmelo. And it goes down 2 points. Anthony's got 30.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
LeBron pushes to Duncan. Adams, the pass to James. James crowbars it in.
Oh, big night for LeBron. I mean, what's new?
Outside Anthony. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
No fear there from Tim Duncan.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
Pass to Anthony. Wallace with a screen on Duncan. Here's Anthony. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. He showed up every night in some noteworthy performances over the last month. Averaging about 16 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
Greg Oden, he's checked in for Minnesota. OG Anunoby comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Adebayo with a screen on Mitchell. LeBron passes to Adebayo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Adebayo's got 6.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Johnson outside. Westbrook against Rose. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
Such a dynamic scorer. When Westbrook gets rolling like this, he's nearly impossible to contain.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to LeBron. A shot by Hayward, wide open. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Anunoby, and by Stoudemire. Good on the bucket. Anunoby's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Here's LeBron. Now here's Adebayo. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game. Minnesota leading by 12. Anunoby outside. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. And stolen by Hayward. Rose looking around. Outside, Adebayo. To the middle. Here's James. The second effort. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Johnson. Anunoby is screen on Rose. Back to Anunoby. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 12. Here's James. LeBron brushing off the contact.
And the total package, James, is so much fun to watch.
Anunoby has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Anunoby's got 7. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Minnesota. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with LeBron on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Hayward, Stoudemire out there with Duncan, and it's Birdsong in at the 2 spot. Here's Anthony. The teardrop falls in. Anthony's got 10 points in just the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Hayward outside. There's the pick. To the left wing. 4 on the shot clock. Marbury from outside off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 15. Here's Green. Anunoby outside. Pass to Anthony. Takes it off the glass. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this close into the cup, Anthony makes it look easy. Nice soft touch on that one.
Left side, Jones. Lobs it up for Anthony. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Here's Marbury. He's guarded by Johnson. That one good for 2. And that's now 20 points for Tim Duncan.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback.
Now here's Hayward. Back to Duncan. It's stolen by Green. Fast break, Minnesota. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Marbury. Hayward is screen on Johnson. Marbury passes to Stoudemire. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
Down low. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Anthony's got 40 points.
And that's his M.O. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team.
Pass to Duncan. Plays it up and banks it in. Duncan's got 22 points.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Johnson can't hit.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Lob pass to Duncan. It's stolen by Green. Here's Anthony. Banked in off the glass. Anthony's got 42 in the game.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Hayward outside. On the wing, Duncan. And there's another one for the Heat.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
Minnesota leading by 15. Johnson surveying the floor. Jones finds Anunoby. To the inside. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
That's just an unfair advantage. Magic standing at 6'9", with the way he handles the basketball, creates huge matchup problems in that pick and roll.
Now here's Hayward. Duncan left side. Over Green. No good from 11 feet. And so Green will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 17-point lead, their biggest.
Oh, great communication there. Setting Anthony up beautifully for the big-time finish.
Here's Marbury. He's guarded by Johnson. Johnson with the block. Pass to Anthony. Back to Johnson. To the paint, just 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you know, Green's not going to shy away from contact. He loves mixing it up inside.
So, Tim, when you played, you were one of the league's best sharpshooters. Did you ever look around and pick things up off of other guys you watch shoot the ball well?
No question. In fact, I learned a lot about how to move off the ball by watching other guys as I made my way through college and eventually became a pro. And even when I was in the league, I would study other players to pick up things on their footwork and how to get my release a little bit quicker.
Give me one player that you really studied hard.
Well, no question, Del Curry was a guy I watched because he needed very little time to get that shot off, coming off of a screen. And unfortunately, several times I got there late against him and learned my lesson.
here for the Timberwolves. Wallace is checked in for OG Anunoby. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Jones. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Johnson.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. So, Tim, in the past, it's always been accepted that the veteran-laden teams would have an edge. But I don't know if we're seeing that as much now. What do you think?
Well, I think you used to see a lot more continuity with rosters across a number of years. But nowadays, much shorter contracts means you have teams that evolve and change more regularly than ever before.
Almost feels like you got to be more nimble as a franchise than ever before.
You absolutely have to have much more forethought because you keep these groups together for a shorter period of time.
Now, here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Here's Rose. Pass to LeBron. Looking to end the run. Count that one. LeBron's got 10 points here in the second half.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Westbrook against Rose. And it's Westbrook missing. The Heat trail by 20. Here's Miller, and it's Miller with the jam.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the drive.
Outside, Green. Mitchell wide open. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Thursday, they'll be taking on Luka Doncic and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Michael Porter and the Detroit Pistons.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Minnesota making a switch. Anthony's checked in.
Just so versatile. I mean, Westbrook can go to the hole, bring it back out for 3, or in that case, just rise and fire from mid-range.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Miami no good on that time either. Minnesota leading by 20. Green kicks to Westbrook. Now here's Green. Outside Westbrook. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Won't. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 9 assists now tonight.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Screen by Duncan. Rose attacking. Kicks it out to James. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Diving in and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And we've come to expect that from Westbrook. Hard charging, putting defenders in a situation where they just have to foul.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Now here's Westbrook, and here's Anthony for 3. Miami grabs the miss. Duncan's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Nice shot by James.
No question James has the green light from anywhere. That mid-range is just another area where he's dangerous.
Westbrook with it. He's covered by Rose. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And here is James. Duncan right side. It's stolen by Green. For 3, Westbrook. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 7th assist in the game.
And so difficult to defend. When Westbrook is hurting you off the bounce, he's hurting you off the catch.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Duncan with it. It's tipped. And the shot is good from Johnson.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
And Adams with the slam.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Westbrook scanning the floor. And he banks in the layup. Westbrook's got 10 points in the quarter.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Rose sets the screen for James. And the 3 off target.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
On the wing, Johnson. Hart outside. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
Hart outside. Pass to Jones. Back to Hart.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And, you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Carmelo Anthony.
Well, he was just a menace out there defensively. He pressured the ball. He played passing lanes. Just a total disruptor.
Now, Hart following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. The kick out to Westbrook. The offensive rebound, Johnson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Johnson outside. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
Ooh-wee. Melo had 44, Westbrook 32.